Fuck away from me.
Ashe.
Back the fuck away from me.
Ashe.
Who are you?
Ashe.
Back up!
What? Do you know who you are?
What's he talking about? God? You know God?
Do you know who you are, warrior?
Back up!
You are the being. You are the end. The outside.
Fuck away from me! No! How did you not try to kill me? Who are you? Oh, what?
Who are you?
I'm Fred.
No.
What are you talking about? I'm Fred. Where are we going? Where are we going?
You must trust us. We will hear you. Come with us. Take them. Hold our hands. We'll show you who you really are.
Now we will take you on a journey of self, knowing who you are, understanding the greatness within, and reaching a higher level of consciousness. In order to know who you are, you must first break the curse of white supremacy. You are not who they say you are. You were born a Yoruba king, hailing from royalty. Your ancestors come from the great Nigeria. Obatala walks with you even as your spirituality has been stripped from you. You are your ancestors.
However, your ancestors were bamboozled. They were greeted by foreign, smiling, pale faces. They called themselves missionaries. They introduced our ancestors to a God unlike our own, a God that looked like them. They were forced to worship a man with olive skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, and a thin nose. He became their God. He became our God, and African people have suffered greatly due to this impostor. Many of our ancestors were snatched from their homeland. They were forced onto ships, overcrowded and ridden with disease and starvation. They were forced to endure a long voyage of nothing but agony, despair, and death. And for those who did survive, they were told that they were nothing more than animals, livestock, not even human. Many of our ancestors held strong to their African roots and were killed because of it. Those who weren't killed were tortured into worshiping a God that granted salvation, yet never saved our people. Our people were enslaved. They were killed. Our women were raped. Our men were raped as well. Our men were broken down and made to feel inferior. But the aggressors knew. They knew who you were, and they made sure you never found out the truth about who you are.
When Islam reached West Africa in the 8th century, Muslim historians began to write about West Africa as it spread throughout the area. Documents about the history of this region show Arab historians knew it as the Balad al-Sudan, the land of the blacks.
Happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free.
Slavery is what our people were made
when
to
you
deal
go
with.
into a house
Our kings are killing each
where
other.
little babies
Our
are
women
growing
have
up,
been trained to
and
belittle
on
our
the
men
wall
and make
is
our
a
men
picture
feel
of
unneeded.
Jesus
We
and
constantly
God
chase
and
after
all
the
the
American
angels,
dream. The
and
white
none of them
supremacy is
look
strong
like any
within our
of them.
minds. We tend to look at
And
the
the
white
little
man
babies
as our
are
savior
saying,
while burying the
you say to
legacies
the
of
little
our
baby,
ancestors.
who is that on the
We
wall?
have been
They say,
indoctrinated to
oh, that's
find
God.
money as the source of
That's who?
happiness rather than the earth
That's
and all the
God.
goodness
Which
thereof.
one?
We are people
The
of
one
peace
with the blue
and
eyes
love, not war
and the
and
blonde
greed.
hair? Well, if that's God, who you? And what is your relationship to him? And then my intelligent friends come along and say, oh, well, that has nothing to do with it. We all understand that was just a reproduction that was done by Raphael or by Michelangelo. And that really is not right. That's not really, listen, this is just a symbolic portrayal of the deity, and it has nothing to do with the valid representation of what the deity is. You convince your 3-year-old of that lie. You convince your 3-year-old that you are pointing to this thing and calling it God, and tell that child that it's not what you represented it as being. That child grows up with the concept that God is a Caucasian. And if God is a Caucasian in a world such as this, in a world such as this, in a world that has been set up on the dialectical opposition between black and white, then the child automatically understands that if this is God represented by white, then I must be the opposite represented by black. At least the child can understand that. Listen. And then you wonder why your 3-year-old talks about how ugly she is, as beautiful as she is. You wonder why they start telling you at 5, Mom, I want my hair straightened. You wonder why they begin to start coming into your room like Toxie with white flour or powder, baby powder, all over their faces, talking about, Mama, isn't this color pretty? Because you have worked to build insanity into the minds of your own children.
Will you come with us, Babatunde?
Welcome home, my son. Well, who are you, my son?
My name is Babatunde.
How was your journey?
It was very difficult because I didn't know who I was. And I had the nerve to give myself a false name. And
But you are here now.
I'm glad to be back.
We must get back to who we are. We must love one another. We must realize the power that we hold. We must unify. It is time for the revolution. Do you know who you are? Are you willing to go back and understand who you truly are? It is a time for Sankofa. Come with us if you want to live as a king and train up future generations in their royalty. Come with us if you want to fight white supremacy. Come with us if you realize the era of black inferiority. We cannot be inferior, for we are the original man. Now that you know who you are, you can choose to die a slave, and I'm afraid if you do so, you must be forced to leave. However, you are a strong warrior spirit, and you are the only one who can change the history of time.